we're almost done here. Real quick, I want to make a correction on the last table. I caught it when I was doing the old wipe down here. It said local government and 25%. The rest of the numbers were unaffected. It was just that top number. The way I do it is, for example, you got the pilots 10, 125 billion. The government share is this. Then this is the subdivision, and so on. It's actually written out like this in TAP and on the disc and inside the book that I sent President Bush. The only full copy I ever printed and sent was to President Bush, and I don't even have one. So anyway, Operation Clean House would be this subpart, and then this would be the subpart of that, and so on. Here we go. Let's do this. Federal government, $18,829,687,500, as we know. Operation Clean House is going to get 20% of that, which will be, in this, for TOTS, that is, for $3,765,937,500. Then we're going to Operation Clean House, Department of Agriculture. This is the new Exodus. Definitely the new Exodus. $376,593,750. 10%. The new Exodus. And what are we using it for? As much as for our kids, as for the farmers, as for everybody else. As the illegals go home, as the absconders get apprehended, as the non-absconders go home and get on a waiting list for a right to work in the United States, or take advantage of one of the massive amounts of jobs, matter of fact, let's call it mega jobs, that we're going to supply Mexico in our future world. Yeah, you listen to that, Mexico. When they go to do that, this is going to leave a lull. Now, farmers, you have not been righteous. Most of you have, I'm sure. But you know there's some out there. You hire illegal aliens. You put them in substandard housing and all that. You have 4 years to clean up your acts. And we're going to help you do it. We're going to help you do it. What you're going to do is pay these people what you would normally pay them, and any taxes due, any union wages, whatever. And we're going to subsidize your pay to get these people out in the field for you every summer. Watch this. You still pay the normal, and we're going to put a bonus on top of it, if you will. So administration takes $3,765,937.50. That's 1% of the budget. We're real tight on administration. We're not going to allow a bunch of waste. No more wasting administration. That's what the armies of accountants are out there for. We're going to streamline things. With all the money, where is the utopia? Said Ross Perot. Well, we're going to find that utopia. Most of it's going into a few fat cats' pox. We're going to fix that. Okay, so be as follows. 99%, $372,827,812.50. 99% will go to be hiring people. Starting off with one, has no child. They're a participant in PALS. They're Patriotic Adult Labor Services. They have no children. They owe no student loans. $149,131,125 owing no student loans whatsoever. It goes right into their pockets. It's part-time once again in the summer, so you got 520 hours. At the end of the summer, you can make $5,200 at $10 an hour, plus what the farm pays, or food manufacturing or whatever, agriculture, plus whatever they pay. So $10 plus. At the end of the summer, a person could save up quite a bit of money to go out and buy a car, maybe pay off some college and go to college or something if they chose to do so. Educational requirement is not necessary. It's necessary you want to participate in the program. Has child and owes student loans. Fannie Mae, I knew there was a problem. We're going to help you get your money back, a little bit of it, the student loan angle, because I want to say this real quick. I saw a politician, guy like 42, 43 years old, down there in Texas it was. He was taking the stand for some reason, and they were showing him on one of those court case shows, you know, like Dateline or 2020 or something. The guy was a multi-millionaire, and he still owed thousands in student loans. There was no damn excuse. Talk about a political pig. You're at that kind of level, pay your damn loans. You know, so we're going to help them pay off their student loans here. Has child and owes a student loan $111,848,343.75. We will be paying these people $12.50 an hour for that 520 hours per contracted summer, and 50% of it will go to satisfy those loans we were just talking about. By the way, the first line has child but no loans, creates 28,679 plus jobs. This particular line will create 17,207 plus jobs. And once again, remember, even though it's $12.50 minus half of it, $6.25, because half of it's going to Fannie Mae or wherever, the farm is still paying you as well. And they're improving their housing. They're improving the cottages and stuff that they have these people staying in. Okay, level 3, who says we don't think about the kids? We are talking about at-risk youth. Judges, commissioners, we are giving you an option to help these kids out here. Summertime, that, let's face it, certification was created so that people would get out in the fields and pick. At-risk youth, ages 14 to 17, with the judge's approval or order, attorneys and fees will be, well, let's do it across the line. $74,565,560.50, which is 20% of that 99% budget. Of that, when they get paid, they'll be making $7.50 an hour. Of that $7.50 an hour, 50%, $37,282,781.25 will be going to the attorney fees, court costs, victims assessment fund, and everybody else they owe. Part 2 of that money, 25%, $18,641,309.63 will be going to an educational account, so they have money put off to the side to go to college if they so choose when they turn 18. If they, by the way, if they turn 18 and they are still incarcerated for some reason, that money will automatically be applied to their books wherever they're at. Now, to PALS directly, that means these guys and gals that were actually in there, we believe in dignity money. You didn't work your butts off not to have nothing. They even paid prisoners like 34 cents an hour. So, to PALS direct, 25% also, another $18,641,309.63. Now, it doesn't sound like it comes out too much, but I'm going to say this real candidly. I crunched the number on it, and it comes out to like $1.87 an hour that these kids are actually taking home, and because they are kids, are tax exempt and all that. And remember, that's in addition to what the farms pay them. And it kept reminding me of this guy advertising on the radio one day. He was with the farm program for Washington State. They were trying to get students to pick, to go out there all summer and work on the farms for $700 a summer. It was an insult. It was a total insult. $700 a summer comes out to $1.37 an hour. That's it. You're talking about educated kids for the most part. They're educated enough not to take that $700. They can do better at any temporary service, any fast food restaurant, you name it. There's plenty of jobs for them. They can definitely do better on their own by going around knocking on doors. Just, hey, mister, can I mow your lawn? They can do better mowing neighbors' lawns than they can for that $700. You want to get people out there to help quit insulting them, especially while you're sitting there in these big farmhouses living up high on the hog. Oh, well, you're in debt. Of course you're in debt. You can't quit spending. Okay, number 4. And you're being gouged, and you don't stand up for yourselves. If you think your union's doing it, obviously they're not doing good enough if you're still complaining. So number 4, room and board and transpo. It comes out to 10% of that budget, $37,282,781.25. And that is to actually bring these people in, to hook them up with some food and room and board and whatnot. And this budget will be closely watched because there's no reason they should ever come close to that. Then again, by the way, which also helps the agricultural business, see, we're covering your butts to clean up an illegal immigration mess. 4 years. Clean up your mess, we're covering your butts. Because these people will be working somewhere else at the end of 4 years. In the meantime, it created, by the way, PALS direct, the kids, another 19,119 plus jobs, summer jobs, for a total creation of summer jobs in just this little subsection of 65,005 plus summer jobs. Closing notes, there is no overtime. If the person quits, they will automatically forfeit any commitment that they have with us. They won't get their money. We'll get them home, but we're not going to pay them. And that's because they have a contract, and they're going to learn responsibility of contract completion. We're not going to play this whiny game. It's a contract. It averages out to that. They don't get OT. They're getting paid based on this. And the PALS board members will put that together. And let's see here. The idea is they could easily have a lot of fun, too. Just like summer camp for young adults. If they were smart, they would work it. All these people in here getting a little bit of paycheck, they could work it real well if they were smart.